So it's me, your little small boy, Ike Samson. Listen, they know that there is an oil upon your head, that open door. That is why many of them start trying all means to fight the oil. Listen, your enemies are frustrated because they fight the wrong oil. When God said to Ezekiel, can this bone rise again? The reason and the purpose and the aim why Ezekiel was able to hear the voice of God is not because he merited, it's because there is an oil that have already been poured on top of what Ezekiel right from the bed that make God to say, I have already chosen you, I have already elected you to be an apostle. Even before you were born, I've already announced you to be a prophet. So a lot of people are fighting you, not knowing whom they are fighting. A lot of people are fighting you, not knowing that they are fighting God. This is why a lot of people life are in mystery today. This is why a lot of people are frustrated because they fight the wrong person at the wrong time. They fight you thinking that they are fighting you. They don't know that they are fighting the wrong person. Your anointing caused a lot of people frustration without them knowing. That's why the Bible says, trouble not me, for once I speak, but twice have I held him, that all power belongs to God. He said, I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. That's why a lot of people, they will just start to, join people to make sure they frustrate you, they make sure they cause you pain, they do evil against you, they'll be running from one place to another to make sure they see something that they will use in order for them to cause you pain, and at the end they will start to regret. Why? Because they meet the wrong person. When Saul meet David, there was peace around it, but when he started to fight the oil on the head of David, because before David, I can recall if what I'm saying is right, or I'm putting it in a forward place. But I can recall that before David went to a battlefield, anointing have already been poured on him. He have already been anointed. So what am I trying to say is this: there are a lot of people who are fighting you, not knowing that they are fighting the anointing of God. He whom God have anointed, let no man trouble. He said, who is that speak, and it shall come to pass? He's not saying who is that speak against God. It's not saying who is that speak against God. You can't speak against God. The truth is that when you speak against the children of God who are called the chosen, that is what you mean. They are speaking against God. If they fight you, they are fighting against God. That's why, my dad used to tell me this. So he said something. So before you do anything, make sure you know whom you are doing it for. Meaning what? When you are doing good, know the type of person you are doing good for. When you want to do anything, know the kind of category people you are doing what they're good for, because some people will use your good to turn against you, but that does not matter, because as long as God bear you up, as long as God back you up, even if you do good and people who you do good turn against you, they will still pay for it. But the worst part of it is this: when you are doing bad, you are trying to frustrate someone, you are trying to cause someone's shame, you are trying to destroy someone's life, you are trying to destroy the greatness in someone. If you are not careful, you may meet the wrong person that will lead you to a point where everything about you will be damaged. So that is why a lot of people are damaged severely today. Why? Because they meet the wrong person thinking that they can destroy them, ending up destroying themselves, ending up frustrating themselves. The truth is that a lot of people today are frustrated because what they plotted to destroy you, what they plotted to destroy your life, they stand up in one way to frustrate you, to cost your anointing, to make sure your anointing dried, but they end up frustrating themselves. They end up humiliating their own life. So my brothers and sisters, the truth is this: many people have already fight the wrong anointing in you. Yes, all their thought is that if they do you evil, it will happen. All their thought is that if they messed up with you, if they do anything to you, nothing is going to happen to them. All their thought is that if they fight you, do all sorts of things against you, that nothing is going to happen to them. But believe me right now, many of them are frustrated because what they did to destroy you, the evil that they plot to fight your anointing, have already backfired to them. The evil that they set to destroy your anointing. Because the truth is, when people see, when some people see you, people who are spiritually wicked, when they see you, many of them will do what? We see the anointing in you. That is why they always fight you. Because when they see that anointing, it tells them spiritually whom you are. It tells them spiritually the kind of grace you carry. That's why many of them will start to do what? Manipulate, do all sorts of things to make sure they drive you out of that calling, to make sure they do all those things. When they see you, they know exactly whom you are. There's one of my friends that tell me what it was. He said he was just walking. So a native doctor called him. He said this native doctor just tell him, in time to come, you will drive a car, you will be great, you will even travel to abroad. He said he was shocked. And now where he based, he based here in abroad. So what am I trying to say? A lot of people, once they see you, they know exactly the kind of grace in you, and they will try all means to fight you. That's why many of them end up destroying everything that they have said. When this my friend was saying that, I said, yes, it's true. Because even the Bible have already said it. It said, when men sleep, the enemy is so tired. Why do they sow that evil? Because there's something that they see. You can't just wake up and say, I want to sow evil to this person. I want to do this person bad. Because there's something you see in that place. That is why a lot of people thought today that many people who are sowing, carrying, mostly like Africa, we have a lot of people who carry shoe, walking around, visiting some home, some environment. Many of them are not tailors. Many of them are not shoemakers. Many of them you are seeing are carrying some evil spirit to your location, taking the prosperity. I was in a dream one day, so God revealed a lot of things in me. There was a particular tree that I saw, a lot of cloth of different color. People were pushing the cloth inside. People were carrying some cloth inside the dream, inside the tree. When I wake up, my spirit just give me the interpretation directly. These are destinies. So my brothers, the truth is, they know what you carry. They truly know that there's something you carry in you, that there's something in you. That is why they fight you. Because the truth is this, nobody will fight an empty gallon. Nobody will fight to get an empty gallon. If there's something that fuel inside, if there is something inside that gallon, they will always fight it. So your life is filled with something. That is why they always fight you. Not because you are empty. Nobody will fight you when you are nobody. Remember, blessed.